Tiny House Prepper.
Live simple, live free.
Hi there, I'm Bill.
And I'm Elizabeth with Tiny House Prepper.
And we are in our RV, standing here in the cold in the winter. It's the first winter and it's the coldest night of the year so far. The temperature outside is about 1 degree and it's supposed to go down to about 10 below tonight. That's Fahrenheit, and it's supposed to have a wind chill of about 30 below.
And what in the world are we doing living in an RV in this climate in the winter?
Yeah. So how cold is it in here?
Honey, it's 77 degrees in here.
Well, why are we in these heavy coats then?
You are so corny. I love it. I cannot wait to get this coat off. Here, I'm getting it off now.
For about the past year now, we've been working on renovating this place with a specific emphasis on winterizing it to make it more sustainable and more comfortable in the cold winter that we knew was coming.
So we got a very nice ventless propane heater and installed it over in the corner here. And it worked beautifully, very warm, good steady source of heat, but it produced so much moisture that we had severe condensation problems. Had to rip the entire ceiling out of the bedroom. So that was just not going to be a good solution for us.
One of the things that I did during the renovation was to upgrade the old 40 amp electrical service to a 100 amp service so that we could install the washer and dryer and the dishwasher, which is not usually found in an RV, but we really wanted it, so we did that. But then because I had the 100 amp service, I was able to actually install electric heat throughout the whole place. Right down here you can see that unit right there is an electric unit from eheat.com. And it worked pretty well. It works well to heat the whole place.
But paying for electric heat in an old 77 kind of leaky RV was going to be incredibly expensive. Not something we want to try to look at for the long haul. So then we got our little cubic mini wood stove and got that installed. And that is working wonderfully now. We're putting a lot of heat into this place.
During the renovation, we did a lot of things to try to increase the insulation so that the heat would stay in better. One of the things that we did was insulated the walls. The walls were originally only 2x2, which is only 1.5 inches of insulation. So I furred out the inside of the wall with 2x2s and added an additional 1.5 inches of insulation. So we now have 3 inches of insulation in the walls.
And we replaced the old louvered drafty windows with good high-tech low-E insulated windows.
And there were a few windows that we did not replace, and for those we put in glass on the inside. It's basically an interior storm window that works really well.
And we wanted to keep 2 of our skylights in the kitchen and in the bathroom for the light. And so we put in storm windows in the skylights. Boy, do those work well. We can save them and be able to store them in the summer.
Now the things that we did for our renovation, we were able to do because this trailer is set here permanently on our land, kind of like a mobile home. We put it up on blocks and we put skirting around it. We were actually able to put insulated skirting, which also helps keep it warm. And a lot of the things that we did in the renovation you would not be able to do to an RV if you were going to continue to pull it down the road for your vacation. Things like insulating the walls adds a lot of extra weight that you wouldn't want to haul. Putting in those low E windows, those are the kind you put in a house. You wouldn't necessarily want to haul those down the highway all the time.
When we first knew we were going to be living here, and we can tend to have very cold winters, we were really wondering if we would end up maybe January and February getting one of those rent by the week hotel places or something, because not so much that it would be impossible to heat it, but we just were afraid we could not get it to a livable temperature. But that's not the case. It has worked out really well. It's warm and very, very comfortable.
As you can see, it's very comfortable. In fact, it's up to 81 degrees in here. We're going to have to open some windows.
Yeah. I teased Bill he should put a muscle shirt on, and he did. And he's actually warm enough. So this little place is actually making a wonderful, very cozy home for us, even when it is bitter, bitter cold outside.
And we're not only surviving the winter, we're thriving.
Yes. Live simple.
Live free.
Yes. God bless you guys. Thanks.
Okay, ready? Hello there, I'm Bill.
And I'm Elizabeth with Tiny House Prepper.
Here we are in our little RV in the first winter. Let's start all over again.
Yeah, in fact, don't take too long because I'm cooking in this coat. Okay.
Welcome to showbiz.
Right.
Okay.
Am I supposed to say something?
Oh, no, okay. No,
Let me point
you say it. You say it in the when I cut
yes,
it. Right. Okay.
Okay. So what do? How do we do this?
Okay. So just. So how cold is it in here anyway?
Now I turn. Okay,
Yes.
Back it up again. Okay. This whole thing's a blooper reel. Okay.
So how cold is it in here anyway?